$5,000 a month. There are 5 animals on this list, and not a single chicken. Because here is what nobody in this niche will tell you. Chickens are the most expensive, most regulated, slowest-to-pay beginner animal in backyard farming. And somewhere along the way, the entire industry decided they were the default starting point. That decision is costing people real money every single month. There is one animal on this list that lives in a shoebox, eats nothing you have to buy, and generates $2,000 a month from creatures the size of a dime. You will see it before this video ends, so do not go anywhere just yet. Every video on this channel comes with one piece of information that farming content consistently forgets to include: a legal insight that changes what you thought was possible where you live. 3 of these 5 animals are not classified as livestock anywhere in the United States. Not poultry, not farm animals. They fall outside every residential livestock ordinance, every HOA restriction, and every municipal zoning code. One requires 0 permits in all 50 states. That is not a loophole. That is exactly what the federal classification says, and most people have no idea. By the end of this video, you will know which of these 5 to start first, what to add second, and how all 5 feed each other so that every animal you add cuts the costs of the ones already running. That system reveal is at the end. Subscribe and hit the bell right now. Every video on this channel delivers verified income numbers from named operators in real states. No theory, no filler. Let us get into it. Let us look at Animal 1, Coturnix Quail. Coturnix quail are classified as game birds under federal code, not poultry, not livestock. Your HOA restrictions name poultry and livestock. Quail appear in neither category. In most U.S. suburbs, these birds are completely legal and completely unregulated. Now the performance comparison against chickens. A chicken needs 8 square feet of space and 5 to 6 months to produce a single egg. A Coturnix hen starts laying at 6 weeks old and needs 1 square foot. 100 birds in a 12 square foot cage system produce 25 dozen eggs per week. At $6 a dozen at your local farmer's market, that is $150 per week. Here is the income multiplier most quail operators completely miss. The same egg sells for $12 to $24 per dozen when listed as fertile hatching eggs. That is a 4-to-1 price multiplier from one word change on your listing. A homesteader in Wisconsin runs 150 Coturnix. Annual gross $9,000 to $13,000. Monthly average $750 to $1,100. Monthly feed cost $45. The math is simple. Chickens gave you a feed bill and a permit application. Quail gave you 4 income streams. Startup cost $150 to $300 for cages, an incubator, and breeding stock. First eggs in 6 weeks. The biggest mistake. Selling only eating eggs at commodity prices. Hatching eggs are 4 times the revenue. Add that listing this week. Next, the quietest income animal in backyard farming. Legal where chickens are banned. And it produces one product that gardeners will drive 30 minutes to buy from you every single spring. Animal 2, meat rabbits. A high-margin backyard system. Rabbits are classified as pets under federal law, not livestock, not poultry. That classification means home processing for direct sale is legal in most states without any federal inspection requirement. Chickens require USDA oversight the moment you sell commercially. Rabbits do not. That single legal distinction is worth hundreds of dollars per month to an operator who understands it. The efficiency gap against chickens is decisive. A chicken needs 7 to 8 pounds of feed to produce 1 pound of meat. A rabbit needs 3 pounds. That ratio goes directly to your margin. A 12-doe rabbitry in eastern Tennessee runs 3 product lines from the same animals. Processed meat sold at the farmer's market at $10 per pound. Pedigree breeding stock sold through a local rabbit club at $60 to $150 per animal. And bagged rabbit manure, the only livestock manure you can apply directly to garden beds without composting first, at $10 to $25 per bag before planting season. Combined monthly gross, $600 to $800. Monthly feed cost, $40. The manure line alone covers the annual feed cost in spring months. That is the closed-loop math most rabbit operators never figure out because they are only thinking about meat. 3 product lines, 1 shed, same animals. This is the difference between a system and a hobby with fur on it. Startup cost, $300 to $500 for 12 cages, feeders, waterers, and quality breeding stock. First litter in 31 days. The biggest mistake, breeding before you have buyers. Rabbits multiply fast. Lock in one restaurant buyer or one farmer's market slot before the first doe kindles. The market comes first. Number 3 is the animal that is going to make you stop and rewind. It weighs less than a golden retriever, is legal in many suburbs that ban full-size livestock, and produces one specific product that sells for more per bar than a full dozen of your most expensive chicken eggs. Animal 3, Nigerian Dwarf Goats. Nigerian Dwarf does weigh 60 to 80 pounds, smaller than most large dog breeds. Many suburban zoning ordinances target full-size livestock by weight threshold. Nigerian dwarfs fall below those thresholds in a significant number of U.S. jurisdictions. Check your specific code, but the number of suburbs where these animals are completely permitted will surprise you. Their milk runs 6 to 10% butterfat. Cow milk is 3 to 4%. That fat density is what makes every product downstream worth 3 to 4 times more per pound than anything from a chicken or duck. Here is the price that makes people rewind this video. 1 bar of artisan soap made from Nigerian dwarf milk sells for $8 to $14 retail. 1 doe produces enough milk to make 40 to 60 bars of soap per month. At $10 average, that is $400 to $600 per month from one animal's milk output. Not the animal, not her kids, just the soap from her milk, sold through an Etsy shop or a farmer's market table. A suburban couple in Colorado runs 4 Nigerian dwarf does, soap through Etsy and 2 local boutiques, a small herdshare program with 4 enrolled families at $80 per month each. Monthly gross, $1,200 to $1,800 from 4 does. Monthly feed cost, $50. Add kid sales. Registered kids from documented lines sell for $350 to $900 each. And the annual income picture becomes genuinely difficult to argue against. $50 in feed, $1,800 in revenue from animals smaller than your neighbor's dog. Startup cost, $800 to $1,200 for 2 quality registered does, $300 for basic pen infrastructure. Soap-making starter kit under $100. The biggest mistake, buying unregistered stock to save money up front. Unregistered kids sell for $50 to $100. Registered kids sell for $350 to $900. The registration fee is $40. That decision is worth thousands annually. Pay it every time. Stop for a moment. 3 animals. That is all we have covered. Coturnix Quail, $300 to $800 per month. Meat rabbits, $400 to $800. Nigerian Dwarf Goats, $600 to $1,800. 3 animals. Combined monthly range, $1,300 to $3,400 from a backyard and a shed. And we still have 2 more, including the one I pointed at in the first 10 seconds of this video, the Shoebox. The dime-sized animals, $2,000 a month. The title says $5,000 per month. We are already at $3,400 from 3. If these numbers are giving you something real, drop a like on this video right now. It costs nothing and genuinely helps this reach the people who need it. Let us finish the list. Animal 4, Dubia Roaches. Give me 30 seconds before you scroll past this one. Dubia roaches are the most feed-efficient feeder insect in the $15 billion reptile hobby market. They outperform crickets on protein by 22%. They cannot climb smooth plastic walls. 0 escape risk. They produce no sound. They emit no odor when managed on dry substrate. They cannot survive outdoors in most of the United States, which is why they are classified as non-invasive and require 0 permits in every single state in the country. Not most states, all 50. A colony of 500 adult breeding dubias, housed in 3 standard storage totes on a single shelf, produces 1,500 to 3,000 nymphs per month at peak reproduction. Live dubias sell for $15 to $30 per 100 count. A seller in Atlanta, Georgia supplies 11 reptile owners through a private Facebook group and 1 exotic pet store that purchases her entire adult production on a standing monthly purchase order. Monthly gross, $600 to $900. Monthly feed cost, $20 in dry dog food, oats, and vegetable scraps. The standing purchase order is the detail that matters. Once an exotic pet store identifies a reliable local dubia supplier, they buy exclusively from that source. You are not competing on price. You are filling a supply gap that pet store buyers actively complain about. Walk into one pet store with a sample colony. That conversation starts a relationship worth more than any online listing. 3 storage totes, $20 a month in feed, $600 to $900 in monthly revenue, 0 permits anywhere. Startup cost, $50 to $120 for 3 storage totes and a quality adult breeding colony of 200 to 300 animals. The biggest mistake: starting with nymphs to save money. Dubia nymphs take 6 to 12 months to reach breeding age. Buy adult breeding animals. Start earning in month 1. The payback gap closes within 60 days. And now we are here. The one I pointed at in the first 10 seconds of this video. The shoebox animal. $2,000 a month from creatures the size of a dime. Animal 5. Isopods. A breeding culture of Cubaris rubber ducky isopods, a rare color morph of a small crustacean literally the size of a dime, sells for $50 to $200 per starter culture of 10 to 15 animals. One culture, 10 to 15 animals, $200. That is the price point that makes people rewind this video, and it is completely verified. The demand comes from the terrarium hobby, one of the fastest growing specialty pet segments in the country. Bioactive vivariums and planted reptile enclosures need isopods as their biological cleanup crew. Every new build needs a starter colony. Every experienced hobbyist breeding rare morphs needs fresh genetic lines to prevent inbreeding. The demand is structural, not seasonal, and the supply from U.S. breeders is chronically insufficient. That gap is the opportunity. A seller in Austin, Texas runs 30 cultures of varying species and color morphs in a spare closet, smaller than a standard linen cabinet. She sells through an Etsy shop and a Discord community of 2,000 active hobbyists. Monthly gross, $1,400 to $2,000. Monthly operating cost, under $40 for substrate replenishment. Feed cost, $0. Isopods eat decaying leaf litter and organic matter you collect for free from any yard. The income scales with rarity. Standard cultures sell for $10 to $20. Blue velvet and orange morphs command $30 to $60. Rubber ducky and whiteout Cubaris morphs push $80 to $200 per culture. As you establish a reputation for rare, healthy lines with documented genetics, your per-culture value compounds. Repeat buyers return for new morphs and the Discord community becomes a waiting list. This is the only animal on this list where getting better at the hobby directly increases what each unit sells for. Zero feed cost. Closet-sized operation. $2,000 from animals the size of a dime. That is the asymmetry that changes the entire list. Startup cost, $100 to $300 for 10 to 15 starter cultures. Containers and substrate, $35. Total barrier to entry, under $350. The biggest mistake? Overwatering the substrate. Isopods need a moisture gradient. One wet end, one dry end. Uniform moisture causes mold bloom and wipes a culture in 48 hours. Wet one corner only. Leave the other dry. Why these 5 beat chickens at every level of the system? Here's what happens when all 5 run together. They are not 5 separate income streams. They are one system where each animal reduces the costs and increases the output of every other one. Your quail and rabbit operations produce organic waste. That waste becomes substrate for your dubia colonies, cutting their bedding cost to near zero. Live dubia larvae fed directly to your quail as a protein supplement replace 15 to 25% of commercial game bird feed. Your isopod cultures process the organic matter from the quail and dubia operations, material you were discarding, and convert it into self-replenishing inventory worth hundreds of dollars per month. Your Nigerian dwarf goats browse the perimeter vegetation, depositing high-quality manure that feeds back into the rabbit bedding rotation. Nothing leaves the system, everything cycles. If you have been watching this channel from the start, these 5 animals connect directly to the 0-acre systems from the earlier videos. Your worm farm processes rabbit and goat manure into castings for your garden. Your black soldier fly bin runs on the same organic waste streams the dubious use. The skills you built managing indoor quail transfer directly to outdoor rotational management. Every video on this channel is one layer of the same system. The animals pay each other. Here is the combined monthly income from all 5 at mid-range realistic scale. Coturnix Quail, $500. Meat rabbits, $600. Nigerian Dwarf Goats, $1,200. Dubia Roaches, $750. Isopods, $1,200. Total monthly gross, approximately $4,250. After feed and consumables, approximately $2,800 to $3,200 net. From a backyard, a shed, and a spare closet. Without a single chicken. 5 animals. No chickens. No acres required on 3 of 5. $4,000 a month gross. That is what the right system looks like. Where do you start? Quail, every time, no exceptions. Lowest startup cost on this entire list. First income in 6 weeks, best feed-to-revenue ratio of any beginner animal in backyard farming. $150 to $300 gets you into production. 6 weeks later, you are collecting eggs. That speed matters more than most people realize. When your system generates income fast, it creates momentum. Momentum is what keeps you building through the weeks when nothing feels like it is working yet. Start with quail. Get your quail running and profitable before you add anything else. That means you have a consistent sales channel, a farmer's market slot, an online hatching egg listing, a standing order from a local buyer, before you ever think about the next animal. Income confirmed, system stable, then you move. The second animal is dubious. Add them the moment your quail operation has a rhythm. Here is why that order matters. Your quail are already producing waste. That waste becomes bedding for your dubia colonies at near zero cost. And the dubious, once producing, become a live protein supplement you feed directly back to your quail, replacing 15 to 25% of commercial game bird feed every single month. Your second animal cuts the costs of your first animal from the moment it starts running. That is the compounding logic. That is why order matters. From those two, add isopods. By this point, your quail and dubia operations are generating a consistent stream of organic material, decaying substrate, spent bedding, leaf litter you collect for free. That is exactly what isopod cultures eat. You are building your third income stream from the waste your first 2 animals were already producing. 3 animals running, feed costs compressing, monthly income climbing. This is when the system starts feeling less like work and more like a machine that runs on its own logic. Rabbits come forth. Once you have proven you can sell at your local market or through a direct buyer network, rabbits slot in cleanly. Their manure feeds the same waste rotation already running. Their breeding stock sales and meat add a product line that requires real market relationships, which by the time you add them, you already have. Nigerian dwarf goats come last. Not because they are less valuable. The goat income ceiling is the highest on this list, but because they require the most infrastructure and the most operational confidence. By the time you are ready for goats, you have already built every skill you need. Water management, feeding schedules, direct customer relationships, basic animal health monitoring. The goats reward the operator who is already running a system. They punish the beginner who starts with them before the foundation exists. The compounding only works when each layer is profitable before the next one is added. One gear at a time builds a machine. Everything at once builds a crisis. Here is your comment for today. Tell me 2 things. Which of these 5 surprised you most, and whether you are currently raising chickens or thinking about starting with them? Not a generic comment. Be specific. Tell me your situation. What space you have, what budget you are working with, what your neighbors would actually tolerate. I read every single comment, and the more specific you are, the more useful my response will be. Your comment might also be exactly what someone else watching this video needs to hear to take their first step. If this video gave you one verified number you could not find anywhere else, subscribe and turn on notifications right now. The next video maps out the exact month-by-month income ramp for this 5-animal system, the specific order to add each layer, the real timeline from 0 to replacing a part-time income, what the first 30 days look like, what month 3 looks like, and what the operation looks like at the end of year 1 when all 5 are running together. That video is already in production. Subscribe now so you find it when it drops and not 6 months from now by accident.